Good morning, everyone. My name is Rick, and welcome back to my garden. If you're new to my channel, I basically do a video every Sunday, and it basically deals with my plants, mostly Hoyas and orchids and philodendrons. And I also do garden tours, botanical garden tours, and also nursery tours. So basically, it's just about plants. So if you're into plants, tropicals mostly, please subscribe to my channel. So today I'm just going to take you around the yard, and then I'm going to, I picked 10 Hoyas that are pretty interesting, and I'd like to share that with you guys later on. So let me just take you down this garden entrance. I've been pretty busy. I've been relocating a lot of plants to a greenhouse. That's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding also to get the extra space. So down here at the garden entrance, on the other side of the garden entrance, I've also been working on a landscape project, and I'll share that with you guys when I'm done. I just wanted to show you some of the orchids that are newly blooming or still in bloom. This is Dendrobium firewings. I don't know if you can see it. It's really pretty, and it has more spikes, and these bloom forever. They last probably 6 to 8 weeks. And over here is a bag baby that I got about 2 years ago, and I lost the tag, but she's quite beautiful and fragrant. Oh, and over here I got the, again, showing off my EPC 1015 because she is in bloom. So we can focus on that. And she has another umbel up here. Kind of look like Vitellinoides. Probably one of its parents, I can't remember. And she is a very good grower, very happy grower, and she grows here in quite a lot of sun, so she's doing pretty well. And moving on to the back here, I got another Noid orchid. I've had this forever, and I can't remember the name. I should tie these tags to the orchids, because what happens is the blue jays, they come in and they dig out stuff out of the pot, and a lot of times they knock the tag away. And I want to show you the Burana twist Dendrobium. It's quite showy. And that bloom usually lasts about 8 weeks. And I always point out that the occultata is still blooming. It's kind of slowed down a little bit, but it still has 2 more umbels coming up. And over here is this really large flowering cattleya, and it's Madam Edith Bongo's Sweet Lips. Quite fragrant and really, really pretty. And this is Camphorifolia. These colors get a lot darker when it gets cooler, and I think our Florida winter is coming next week, because the temperatures are barely going to make it up to 60 degrees. So night temperatures will probably drop down to 55. So that'll be cool enough where a lot of these Hoyas will sun stress. With the cool weather, they become more vibrant in color. And this Hoya over here is Hoya Tan Dao. It's a Vietnamese Hoya. It's quite beautiful. and really happy to be growing this time of year. And over here, tucked away, I have this RLC Young Kong that is quite beautiful and really, really scented. I can't remove it so it can be better displayed because a Hoya got into it and it's basically taking over the pot. But after it's done blooming here, I think I'm gonna have to repot this orchid because it's really, really gorgeous. See the tag there? Let's go in the backyard and I'll show you some stuff back there. But over here, there's this this orchid that I bloomed over the years. It's quite beautiful. And here is the name, Elsie Liptonry. And let me show you some of the Hoyas that I've selected to highlight later on in this video. So back here, there's a couple of things that are of interest. My mounted dendrobiums are beginning to open up, so that's always nice. And over here I have one of my hybrids. This is a chicken farm hybrid, and it's doing really well in this tree. Down here is a Cocoa Ranch hybrid. This is Brighton, and Joelle down there. It's been a while since I showed those. And this is the new leaf on the Jose Bueno. And back here, you got some Phalaenopsis blooming. My odorata that I got from Hawaii stopped blooming, but I hope it will continue once it gets a little more acclimated. And this is an Epiprimum pinnatum variegated, and it's really putting out some really nice variegated leaves, so I'm excited about that one. The Thai constellation is still growing this time of year. It's getting pretty big. And back here I got some Hoyas just growing wild, basically up my Eureka palms. This is a Diversifolia elniticus, and the leaves get quite big. I don't know if you can see how huge they get. We got some philodendrons down here. We got some magnolas and some more of the mounted Phalaenopsis that are going to bloom soon. Now let me show you the 10 Hoyas that I picked for you. They're over here, and I'm going to go put them on the stand and go through them one at a time. And over here is Hoya sigillatus, Alice River. It is a variant of Hoya sigillatus. The more common one has like silvery leaves, but this one, these are more matte green leaves that get somewhat thick. And they sun stress really well. So I'm going to take this little plant and put it underneath a grow light so you guys can see the difference. So I'm going to update you guys in future videos on this little guy. And the next Hoya is Hoya Dr. Eibach. And I think a couple, maybe 3 videos ago, I said I was going to update you guys on the progress since I moved it under the T5 light. And as you can see, it continues to sun stress pretty well. And This T5 light is in my shade house outside. So the average night temperature is about 58 to 65 degrees. That's what it's been lately, but the temperatures are supposed to drop a little bit next week. So maybe that will encourage these reds to become more intense, but I will keep you up on that as well. So this is Hoya Dr. Eibach. And the next Hoya is Hoya paniculata, alba marginata, or variegated. And you can see this clone gets really, really dark pink edges to it, and that's quite attractive to me. The only issue I have with this plant is that it hasn't really grown for me in the last 6 months, but I did notice that it has a peduncle, so I'm not really sure if it's going to really take off in the spring, but I'm moving it up to another greenhouse that I'm setting up, so maybe that'll do the trick. But still, it is quite a very beautiful Hoya. And the next Hoya I have for you is the one going around as the Chinese Wilbur Graves. There's a whole history behind this Hoya, but I'm not going to go into it. Basically, it is a Carnosa variant. Flowers look just like Carnosa, and it splashes quite a bit. And when I got it, it was really, really splashy, but under my growing conditions, it lost some of the splash. Some of the splash appears a little pinkish is because it's under a grow light, so I might move it to the greenhouse under natural sun and see if that will encourage it to be more splashy. But yeah, it's quite a pretty interesting Hoya too. If all the leaves were splashy like this, that would be just amazing. And this one is Hoya corneri. I'm showing it to you again because I think I've had it a couple videos back. I was going to put it under a T5 grow light and see what happened to it. See, the older leaves that went under the grow light, not much happened. You can see they're still splashy and really veiny, but the newer leaf got really dark and the splash really stands out, so that's quite attractive. I'm going to leave it over there and see if the plant continues to put out these really stunning leaves, so I'll keep you updated on that. And another Hoya. This one I received as a Hoya species from Sabah, Borneo, and it's underneath some T5 lights, and I really like the stressing and the veins kind of really pop out. So and I just found this peduncle on there, so that's pretty exciting. And yeah, species Sabah, Borneo. I have no idea what kind of Hoya it is, but it's quite attractive. And the next Hoya is this Hoya hybrid from Hoyas, and it's called AH073. I wanted to show you guys how pretty the leaves get with the dark margins. And this thing is just a crazy fast grower. As you can see, middle of winter here in Florida outside, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 growth points, and it just keeps going. I think most of this growth is probably about 2 months old. Hoya AH73. And this Hoya is interesting. It's one of the largest leaves of latifolia that I've ever seen. This is used to go around as Hoya clandestina IML 1590. And these leaves here are only about half the size of what they can be. I've seen leaves on this that are probably almost 9-10 inches long. And this one is under natural sunlight. It gets about 2-3 hours, and it's putting out some nice fall looking leaves. So yeah, this is Hoya latifolia. IML 1590 is probably the correct name for it. And these leaves get quite huge. It's putting out a nice spike. Maybe I should move it up from a 4-inch pot because it's such a large leaf Hoya. But I might take this one up to my other greenhouse. So yeah, Hoya latifolia, IML 1590. And the last one I have for you is Hoya albiflora. It has pure white flowers, and I haven't bloomed it yet, but I was assured from a very reputable grower in Thailand that this is the true Hoya albiflora. And the leaves are quite beautiful in the new growth. The leaf has some red veining there. It's not getting a lot of sun, so I wonder if I had this under the grow light, these would be intense red, as the new growth is really cute. So hopefully it'll bloom for me soon so I can show you the flowers of this amazing Hoya. And one of the Hoyas I wanted to show you today is Hoya insularis. It's a very fascinating Hoya. The flowers are quite interesting. They have like this squid-like appearance to me. That's what they look like, or cuttlefish. And I've shown this one to you guys in the past. And the reason I'm showing it again is because recently it's developed these really long, like almost 10-inch long leaves. And I didn't think that they could be this long, but I wanted to show you how big they are. And it's putting out some more longer leaves. So I was used to seeing leaves half size. That was what I used to see. But I don't know if it's my fertilizing routine or whatever it is, but it's putting out these really cool leaves. So that's Hoya insularis. Just recently it's been moved into the Hoya genus. It used to be called something else, but genetic testing proved that it was indeed a Hoya. So, and it's quite gorgeous with its blunt ends, and the back of the leaf is like a maroon color. So that is Hoya insularis. And that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and come back next Sunday when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.